Thank you for listening to Positive Filter, a podcast that focuses on family, friends, career, with a little self-help along the way. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your family and friends, and like the Facebook page, Spreading Positivity of Movement. Thanks for listening.
Hello, everyone out there. This is Philip L. Wilkerson, Jr. I'm Phil's dad. First, happy Father's Day to all. Second, fathers are important for a number of reasons, but let me just share an idea with you. Fathers are the protector of legacy. Good things in a family should resonate from parents. Fathers, mothers, work as a team to carry that legacy from one generation to the other. So the fathers set the tone for sons. The sons set tone for their sons. The idea that what is valued, what is important, comes from both mothers and fathers, but the fathers should be the leading the way. Just one person's idea. Again, happy Father's Day, and Philip, your dad loves you a lot. Bye-bye.
Growing up, my parents were divorced, and my father left when I was 5 years old, so I never really had a father to show me much of anything. I had older brothers, have older brothers. However, they're a lot older than me, and so really, when I was coming of age, I was doing it on my own. And so I remember the feeling of not having someone to support me through, my little league baseball, or, trying to figure out, navigate all of the different issues that come with being a teenager in high school and basketball games and practices. So I remember feeling, left out, or having that lonely feeling without having a father figure. So it was always my intent, and it was always my desire to never have my children have that feeling. And so I wanted to ensure that I was always around, that I would go to all of their events. I wanted to make sure that I would always be there when they need me, and to make my kids feel better than I did when I was growing up, not having that feeling of loneliness. And I can say that I believe I've done that. I believe that I still am continuing to shepherd them throughout, whether it's going to church and trying to guide them in the right path. Without a father, there is a void that I feel. However, being a man of faith, I do believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins, and the sins of the father are not the sins of the son. But I feel like I've done, and I'm trying to do the best job possible without having had that guidance. Additionally, marrying my wife, who does have, both her mother and father in the picture. They're still married, and they would be married for almost 50 years, so 48 years. Having him as the example for the last 18 years of my life, that has been something that I've been very, very proud of, and very privileged to say that I've been able to learn and grow from him. So that is something that I'm looking forward to passing on.
When I think of why it's important to have a father, be a father, experience the essence of fatherhood, I look at it and view it as a way of adding a piece of the puzzle. And sometimes it's the puzzle piece that has been forever missing in one's life. I think it offers us an opportunity to fix whatever may have been ailing us, missing in us. That's why it's important to be able to take an analysis of who we are and what our purpose is in life. I think far too often people that may miss the steps of being the best version of a father that they can is because they don't take that personal assessment of what worked in their past, and thus eliminating that negative space in their maturation. Accountability, availability is most important. If you're there, you can right a lot of the wrongs just by being present. Because at least at least you're there. You can see, you can feel, you can touch, you can, you never want to miss those moments. The tears and the happy times, from, seeing your kids get their first shots and them crying and opening their eyes to only see that you're still there, and that pain will go away and that they have a support system. I thought that was extremely important when my sons got their first shots. Fathers being there when their child comes out of the mother. To me, they open their eyes. You, the father, should be the first non-medical person that they see, because that is an opportunity to bond and connect immediately. So again, I think it's important to be accountable, to be purposeful, to be supportive. I always say I love you to my sons, because I was always able to say that to my father. And you're never too old, you're never too masculine to tell your child that you love them, even if it's after a corrective moment in your functioning. So I would say to all fathers, find your purpose and be available and accountable for the maturation of your children, male and female.
Peace and blessings, Philip. Rob YB Youngblood, your LinkedIn locksmith, coming at you. Hey, fathers are important because they provide the blueprint and the DNA for the future. Now, I'm sitting here reflecting on the fact that I didn't have my father growing up, but I did receive his DNA. And while I didn't get a blueprint from him, I realized that there are other men who have come into my life that are fathers who gave me the blueprint. So I have no excuse not to be the man that God had called me to be. And so as fathers, we may not have grown up with our fathers, some of us, but there are other men that we can adopt, that we can sit under, we can sit next to, we can associate with, who can teach us how to be better fathers. Be encouraged, be blessed, most of all, be faithful over the gift you've been given, and remember your gift will make room for you. Peace.
Good evening, this is Christopher McMillan. I'm calling just to touch on the importance of Father's Day. I'm a new father myself. My son turned 6 months today, and it's given me a new perspective on this holiday. Not only are we celebrating the fact that we are fathers and that we have chosen to be active in the life of our own son. But this is an opportunity for us. We're here to shape and build and mend all the things that have come in the past and all the things that are to come in the future. It's literally our responsibility now to shape the future of men. That's our job and our role and our responsibility as fathers. You know, not only are we doing it for our own sons, but we're doing it for our sons' friends who might end up coming over and hanging out, or the ones that might be on the basketball team or the football team or in the math club or in the jigsaw puzzle club or whatever it is that they might be doing, where we will also be interacting with other men's children. It is our role as fathers, and I think that's why this holiday is so important, so that we can sit back and take a breath one day out of the year and say, look at what we're doing. Let's talk about the importance of what we're doing together as a community of men and as a community of fathers, so that we can continue to grow. We can feel refreshed and continue to execute our mission, that is growing and developing the men of our future. Thanks a lot. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Bye.
Jonathan Lee here, of Bridging Legacies Across Campuses. As I think about what fatherhood means for me and what my father meant to me, Stanley Lee, my late father, passed away 7 years ago now from brain cancer. But there's not a moment I don't think about the lessons learned from him about what it means to be a man, what it means to be black, what it means to be a father, and just what it means to just care for your family and provide for those that you love. Every day I think about the Christian values that he instilled in me, and just always reflect as I look at my son and daughter and my wife on that lesson learned, and how even those moments where I thought that what he was telling me was crazy or didn't apply to me or was just not for me, I find myself verbalizing those words back to my own kids. And I just reflect on that and just know that hopefully I'm doing something right in fatherhood every day, every moment, seen and unseen, so that my family can fully understand that and fully take it in. And just want to say thank you to all the dads out there and all those father figures and everything they do. It's a blessing to be a father and an honor. And I want to wish all those a happy Father's Day.
My name is Joshua Jackson, and I'm a father of 2 children, a boy and a girl. Being a father is important simply because you have a duty and responsibility. You're the rock, the foundation, and cornerstone of your house. As the patriarch of your household, your children are looking to you for guidance, strength, encouragement, and wisdom. There's no manual to being the perfect father. There's something that is given naturally and also divinely to men who have faith and show up for their children. So being a father means a multitude of things: a comforter, a healer, a listening ear, provider, and most importantly, a nurturer as well. Being a father is time-consuming, costly, has long-lasting rewards. It has a greater return when you see the rewards when they come out through your children and your children's children. So that's what being a father means to me, and I'm humbly and thankful to God to be one.
Fathers are very important to ensure to their children that no matter what the circumstances is, no matter how late it is at night, that they can call us and that we will be there in a safe space, no questions asked.
What's going on, Phil? This is Quintrell Lenore. Folks call me Q. So the reason why fathers are important is because this is one of the few identities that we share with God. And so God calls himself Father God, and we know that fathers are important because he says so. And so what I would like to think is fathers serve as the glue for families and communities. Glue. When you see fathers missing from the home, you can see problems with family, behaviors with children, issues with society. And so I think in a lot of ways, fathers serve as glue. And then lastly, fathers are important because every fabric of our world is shaped by leadership, and fathers are one of those pillars of leadership. Children learning how to be more of themselves, to take action, to learn different things, all kind of stems from fathers, so those are a few reasons why fathers are important.
Happy Father's Day, everyone. This is Sam Lang, friends of the Positive Filter. Just sending you guys a much appreciated, much needed Happy Father's Day message to all you guys out there, all you kings out there. I know fatherhood is sometimes an underappreciated job, something that is necessary for society to run, for people to run. Fathers are important because they are the provider, they're the protector to their family. For their sons, they pass on important values that need to be passed on, and they pass on wisdom. Wisdom is needed for, a hard life. And for their daughters, dads are the example of type of men that they need in their life, right? It's very important to be a good man, good father for your daughters, and this is why. So, happy Father's Day to all you guys. Big supporter of the Positive Filter. Hope you guys are staying healthy, mentally and physically. And happy Father's Day from Sam Nang Man. Peace out.
Why being a dad is important to me, raising a daughter, is to show her the way a man should treat her, a way a man should love her, and setting that standard and helping her to realize and how to navigate this world and being kind, setting good boundaries that's going to keep her safe, that's going to keep her emotionally equipped and available to handle the world and to be a well-rounded human being.
Hey Phil, this is Justin Ortiq. Just giving you a quick spiel on why I think fathers are important. Fathers are important for several reasons. I think personally, I say as a father of two girls, it's important to just kind of visually see a representation of what is acceptable. So, and then when I say that, I say, just kind of my relationship with my wife, how I treat her. And so they kind of internalize that and see, that's the expectation when, they are older and they have a partner. Also, it's just really important to really be present because, those little times and those little things, they look for their parents. Your parents, specifically your father is someone that you look up to and learn from and kind of have that important playtime and playful energy and things like that. So I think just being present, being a father to provide is just someone who gives a good example. So I think that's probably my quick spiel on the importance of fathers. It's such a loaded question and so many other things I can go into, but I think the prime example is being an example and being there and in presence. All right, take care.
Phil, this is Marcus. Why do we need fathers? Because I believe we need fathers because the F in father stands for fun. Like, we provide a majority of the fun because we're going to do all the things that mom doesn't want to do. We're going to do the tickling. We're going to do the wrestling. We're going to play the video games with you. And then there's just lessons that you need to get from your father that you're not going to get from your mom, Let me think. Going to the barber shop. Got to teach you right when you walk in. You don't go to the guy in the first chair. He doesn't know how to cut hair. His chair is usually empty. You got to do a little bit of research, find who's the good one in the shop. Lesson one. Another one. Roasting kids. Like, one day, people are going to talk about you. People are going to try to bully you or try to bully your kids. You got to teach them how to destroy those kids verbally. I know this may not be a popular opinion, but look, mom's going to tell you, go tell the teacher or just tell them to stop. Dad's going to tell you, find a vulnerability somewhere on that child and exploit it to the fullest so they don't do it again, right? And then the last one, well, what else? Let's see. Women, girls. Dad's going to teach you how to bust out of that friend zone. It's somewhere where, me personally spent a good amount of time, and looking back on life, I realized where I went wrong. So I'm going to show you from the jump how to pop that bubble so you don't stay in there too long. But yeah, we all need fathers. And of course we need our mothers, but we equally need our father. And that's all I got. Peace, man.
Hey Phil, this is Sam Dean. I got a prompt from you asking us to send you a voicemail about why fathers are important. And if it's not too late, I'd like to add my brief note. So I believe fathers are important for three main reasons. Of course, there are plenty of other reasons, but I'll focus on these three. And let me be clear, I didn't make this up. I got this from a colleague of mine, Dr. Michael Hannon. And essentially what I gathered from Hannon was fathers are important because they protect, they provide, and they prepare their children for this world. When babies are born, they don't know anything. Well, they know a lot more than we give credit for, but our goal at that stage, right, it begins from the very beginning of protecting them from things that they're unaware of. At the same time, because they are so needy and they need so much, we are to also provide for them. This protection and provision doesn't stop. When they get older, it just changes. However, a very salient thing that we as fathers must do is to prepare our children for whatever they may encounter. Of course, it's impossible to prepare them for everything, but this goal of preparation is more lofty than it ever has before because we're preparing our children for things that they have no clue about that we actually can't even fathom at this point. So in some, fathers are important, they will remain important, but we also have to be flexible, able to adjust, and consistent in our messaging. In some, I would say, providing for, protecting, and preparing our children is not an easy task, but is one that I welcome. And I appreciate my buddy for explaining that to me because I use that on a daily basis when I'm thinking, how am I supposed to respond to my child in this moment? Thanks, Phil.
So I want to thank everyone for listening. It's been great to hear all the stories of the amazing dads out there doing great work, being great fathers. So happy Father's Day to everyone, and take care. Thank you for listening to Positive Philter Short Takes. I hope you got something out of these little episodes and it made your day. If you like these episodes, please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Spreading positivity is a movement.